I also wanted to chit chat about the Jordan documentary,
Yeah.
The Last Dance.
The Last Dance. I watched. Can y'all believe it?
Did you like it? What did you think about it?
Well, y'all only watched, there are only 2 episodes, right?
Yeah, the first 2 episodes. It's a 10-part. It's a 10-part series.
Well, my first thought when I turned it on is that Jordan is hit. Not only was his eyes red and glassy, he also had a large glass of brown alcohol next to him that was filled. I was like,
That's what he do, though.
Yep.
That's what he do.
But yeah, well, do you got a specific point in the documentary you want to talk about? Because I got one thing that definitely stood out to me.
Well, I just thought that I feel like it's going to be a good. I'm very intrigued, to see, and to hear what they have to say. I don't want to say I lost anything, but I'm looking at Jordan differently. But I probably should have already been looking at him differently, given the history of the things that they say, he's been through, or been doing or whatever. But anyway, the situation between him and Scottie, and when Scottie decided to get the surgery and take off, and the little contract issues, and Jordan didn't fight for him, and he had the nerve, like he was so selfish with that. Like I was not.
Who was selfish?
Jordan.
No, Scottie Pippen was selfish.
I don't think so.
Scottie Pippen literally said he wasn't going to ruin his summer. So he was that's the most selfish thing that you could do if you're in a team sport.
I feel like in that moment, and he put in all those years under that whack ass contract, and everybody knew that was like a really big issue for him, and Jordan get all the praise, and there wouldn't have been, like, he was right up under Jordan.
Jordan's contract was whacked until like 2 years before that, though. So Jordan had a whack contract too.
But
they both had whack contracts.
But still, Pippen's shit was whack, and I feel like he deserved that.
So why wasn't y'all saying? Why wasn't y'all saying the same thing about like Le'Veon Bell and them?
Well, wait. Can I just mention something too that I think was interesting too? Because the thing that stood out was about Scottie Pippen and how much he was getting paid, and I was like, dang, for as highly ranked as he is in the league, he's only getting paid $18 million over how many years?
It was like 7 years or something like that.
Seven.
But also, I'm looking at, because wasn't he told before he signed the contract, like, look,
the owner told this boy, don't sign it.
Don't sign it for this many years, because this is you. If you sign like something for like 1 or 2 years or whatever, you'll be able to have more leverage to negotiate it to end the contract and get more money overall.
Exactly.
So I think it more so has something to do with his way of thinking, where, okay, they come from different backgrounds. Not saying that Jordan's family was rich, but his father worked for GE.
They didn't need
his
money.
His mom
was a teacher, right?
Something, I can't remember what they said, but
Oh, she was a banker. I want to say she's a banker.
Okay, so they didn't necessarily come from like a background of poverty, whereas Scottie Pippen is going into this like, okay, I have a father that's
in a wheelchair,
and a brother, right? And then I gotta take care of my family. So
and they were like 17.
Yeah, no, then the
like
crazy shot.
Yeah. So what he was saying was, I would rather take this guaranteed $18 million because I got all these people to take care of, and be guaranteed this money versus making a gamble with 2 years and then I get hurt.
Because that's what exactly, because that was the main thing too. He didn't have faith in himself that he was going to stay healthy. You know what I mean?
But you know what? I think I don't even necessarily know if his faith in himself. I feel like this is a prime example of somebody who's working off of a survival mentality versus because somebody who's working off of a survival mentality is I got to get what I got to get right now because there might not be no more later. Versus
a gambler, a person taking a risk. Yeah, he might not be a gambler.
So
right.
There's some people that play the safe road.
I just respected his decision in doing that, and given all of those circumstances and all of those things, like I respected his issue. I mean, I respected his opinion in doing that with Le'Veon Bell too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he, with him though, he wasn't never really even healthy, like for the Steelers. Like, so it was just like whatever. But Jordan, I mean, Pippen was putting in that work all them years side by side with Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just, like, not one time did you hear Jordan, like, speak like, oh, like, damn, like, I could have said something or, you know, or just respect that man's opinion. Like, I just felt like he shouldn't have threw him under the bus, like, or.
No, I think that he might have been saying stuff. Those management wasn't going to change Pippen's contract after he signed it. But because even the way they said they was used to disrespect the GM, like they used to talk crazy to dude. But it's just at the end of the day, players now got way more control than what they did back then. Because you see, they couldn't even keep that team together, man. I said that you gonna tell Phil Jackson this is gonna be his last season. Like, who are you to tell Phil Jackson this is gonna be your last season?
Exactly. Whether you win all 82 games or not.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. Like, you're just people that just they don't know what they got until it's gone.
Yeah, but so what do y'all think about them saying the GM being somewhat jealous that Jordan was getting all this attention because he's used to being the star and being the one
I believe it because
who is known to have an eye for picking talent. And
I believe it because Jordan, he didn't pick Jordan. Jordan was there before dude, and dude basically assembled the rest of the team. So basically, it's almost like that. Like, I could make another one of you. And I think that's what they was trying to say to Jordan. Like, you're special, but I'm special too, and I could get another one of you.
But they quickly found out that they couldn't get another one.
Exactly. And that's just like the Patriots. Like, you think you know what you're doing, you got this recipe, but if you got a good thing going, don't blow it up because you think you know you got the recipe, because it never works out. Never.
Yeah.
You remember in the 90s, y'all remember in the 90s when Jerry Jones did that with Jimmy Johnson with the Cowboys?
Oh, no.
Well, yeah. They was winning all those championships in the 90s, and he basically told Jimmy Johnson that he could do it without him. It was never the same again.
Cutthroat. I do look forward to the next two parts coming, coming on.
So does 2 come on this Sunday also?
Whatever day is the 27th. What's the 27th?
So it's always going to be two increments?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up. I actually like the documentary, even though I'm not a Jordan fan. So it's well put together. As far as Jordan being the GOAT, he's the GOAT, of course. But he just put me through so much. So that's
what I was going to ask.
Jordan put you through so much, like what?
Man, I used to be crying in the 90s, the 80s, well, the early 90s. When he started winning, I just wanted him to lose so bad.
Well, not happening. I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all think, like, looking at a lot of this footage and reminiscing on how good of a player Jordan was, because after so many years pass, our memory kind of like fades on maybe what he's done. So does this refresh your memory and make you feel like there could be more added to the argument of who's better, him or Kobe?
No. What you mean?
Because people have the argument, right?
No, this is basically him and Jordan of LeBron, for real.
It's like, Jordan and LeBron.
People try to give homage to Kobe after he passed away. Now, there's some a few Kobe stands that'll say that, but you ain't really hear Kobe's name really get put back into the discussion until he passed away, honestly.
Really?
It was Jordan and LeBron. It's like Jordan and LeBron. Those are the two that everybody say, which isn't even right, honestly, because if you really want to talk about the best, it's probably really Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And that's a name that you don't hear.
Each of those players and those names are good in their own right.
I would never take anything away from any of them.
Looking back on that documentary when they were showing those games when Jordan was dominating, he was basically dominating on a team who the players was all old. Like, you know, some of them they were last year playing, they was all older. He was young, fresh. He was running all over them boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? So in those games, he do have a highlight. You know, a lot of highlights from his earlier years, not to say or take away from, you know what I'm saying, like in his later years. So, but looking at it now, because I wasn't looking at it then, like, you know what I'm saying, those games, like, he was dominating over those guys.
All right, now, Kenya, I will say this, though, too. This documentary signed off from Jordan. And a lot of these highlights that they showed, they're losing these games that they were showing on there. So I'm not too fond of, I don't know, the way it's kind of like a lot of games, LeBron could put up 50 points and they lose, but you ain't going to hear nobody talking about it. Like the documentary, for them to have a whole section of him talking about him putting up points, but they got swept in the series, that's weird to me.
Yes, but they may have lost those games, but I think there's something to be said about when they were even interviewing players like Larry Bird at the time. He was like, I've never seen anybody play like him at all.
All right, so now that
I've seen play.
Yeah,
and I think that says a lot coming from your peers on opposing teams.
Yeah, especially LA Bird.
It didn't matter if they had lost or they won. He was giving 110% every game.
Oh yeah,
every game was a show. Game. Like, you know what I'm saying, whether they was losing or they was winning. So I didn't mind that.
But going 18 for 38 though, that's not like, I'm telling you right now, that's like what James Harden be doing. And boys hate the way James Harden like just got the green light. Like the one stat I seen on the game when I was watching the documentary, it definitely was like 18 for 38. Like Jordan put up 38 shots.
But you know what though? I think also too that definitely speaks to Scottie Pippen's work ethic too. Because before he got hurt, they were saying, you know, he put his all on that court. Even with him being paid so much less than everybody else.
Before Pippen got hurt, he was like really, Jordan might have been the best scorer and the best leader, but Scottie Pippen was like that utility dude. He probably the best utility man in the NBA, period. Like, as far as if you wanted somebody to lock somebody down on defense, you put Scottie Pippen on them. You need a big play, Scottie Pippen's going to be the one with the ball. Like, it was to the point where that was like the best combination. For them to break that up is so weird to me. Like, it has to be ego. It had to be nothing but ego.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Because the one thing that they don't really highlight yet, is when Phil Jackson got implemented, that triangle offense, and that's probably the main thing that won on them championships. They was the only ones running that offense, and then nobody know how to really defend it all like that. So it was like, it was something foreign. Then you got the best player on your team. So they might not have had the best players. They might have had, who was it? Rodman, Pippen, Kukoc, and Jordan. Them four is good, but that offense put it over the top too. Because you look at a team like the Celtics, or even you look at a team like the Lakers, there's no reason even when the Lakers got older that they shouldn't have beat the Bulls. They still had better talent than them. You know what I mean? So that Jordan factor is big, and that triangle offense factor is big to me.
Oh, well, alrighty then.
But I love this documentary, though. It's nostalgia.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yes.
Because y'all already know I'm apprehensive about watching anything sports. So, but I do like a good documentary.
I stumbled on it, and then I was like, happy I remembered it was 2 episodes. I was like, oh, okay. Get to watch another episode.